Karen, the overbearing HOA neighbor, had always been a thorn in my side. But her latest stunt took the cake. For weeks, I had been dealing with her parking her car in my garage. At first, I thought it was a mistake, maybe she was just dropping something off and needed to park for a second. But it wasn't just a one-time thing. Every day, I'd come home to find Karen's car blocking my garage. When I'd ask her to move it, she'd either ignore me or brush me off with a half-hearted apology and a "I'll move it later." But later never came. I tried to be polite at first. I mentioned how inconvenient it was and that I needed my garage space for my car, not hers. She just waved it off, like it was no big deal. And every time I parked my car on the street, I'd see her smug face peeking through the window, knowing she'd done it again. It was as if she thought she could do whatever she wanted without consequences. One evening, after yet another frustrating encounter, I had finally had enough. Karen had left her car parked in my garage again, and I was done being the nice guy. I called a towing company and told them to come get her car. They arrived, and within minutes, Karen's car was hooked up and being driven away. I didn't care that she was going to be furious when she found out. She had no right to park in my space, and I wasn't going to tolerate it anymore. The next morning, Karen stormed over to my house, red-faced and seething. She demanded to know why her car had been towed, accusing me of being petty and vindictive. I calmly told her that if she didn't respect my property and my space, there would be consequences. She ranted and raved, calling me every name under the sun, but I stood firm. It wasn't until she realized her car had been towed straight to the junkyard that the reality of her actions hit her. She'd always assumed she could get away with whatever she wanted, but this time, she had crossed a line. The towing company had taken her car, and it was now beyond repair, as it had already been stripped for parts. Her entitled attitude had finally caught up with her. From that day forward, Karen never parked in my garage again. In fact, she started avoiding me altogether. I had finally put my foot down, and it felt good to stand up for myself. Some people think they can take advantage of others, but sometimes, all it takes is one small act of defiance to show them that they can't always get away with it.